All right, fans, it's time for your factory stock highlights from Carb Night at the Races last Friday night at Lakeside Speedway. Factory stock A main. Scotty Moore and Pat Neely bring him down to the green flag. A lot of 3 wide and 4 wide racing action in the early going here last Friday night in the factory stock A main event. As you see the close competition, Pat Neely leads lap number 1. But boy, it's not for long as he heads into turn number 1. He'll get sideways. He'll collect the 46 of Dave Holcomb there. Holcomb knocks off the nose piece. It'll bring out our first yellow flag of the night. Jason Ryan in the 08. He'll start up front. Cliff Hedges Jr. right to his behind. Jason Ryan starts to extend that lead. Ryan suffering a little bit of a setback, had the win on opening night this year, got in a crash in the second night of this season, spent a couple weeks trying to straighten that frame out, but it sure looks like he's got things going in the right direction. There you see Paul Snyder in the 54 to the inside of Cliff Hedges Jr., but don't count out Dave Holcomb. Here he comes to battle up for that second position as well. Again, side-by-side racing throughout the field, position for position being battled with all over the racetrack. Another yellow flag comes out, gets us to another restart, but again, it is Jason Ryan in that 08 jumping out to the early advantage. Paul Snyder still battling Cliff Hedges Jr. for that second spot. Cliff Hedges Jr. again having another stellar season, had a good run late in the season last year. Now he is battling in the top 5 in points as we see him there on the speedway. Paul Snyder holds down third, Dave Holcomb fourth, and last week's winner, Marshall Jewett, currently in 5th. Yellow flag's the predominant theme on last Friday night, Carb Night at the Races. Another restart, Jason Ryan back out front in this factory stock A main. Jason Ryan each lap begins to extend that lead as you see him begin to run away from the rest of the field. Dave Holcomb in the 46 makes his way past Paul Snyder in the 54. He will now move up into a battle for that second spot with Cliff Hedges Jr. in the 30. Three wide action down the front straightaway. Thomas Roberts in the 65. Marshall Jewett in the 7 alongside Darren Christie in the 3. Thomas Roberts coming in to cash in on that border war battle between I-35 Speedway and Lakeside Speedway. Normal racer up there last Friday night. His first trip ever to Lakeside Speedway. Again, slicing and dicing throughout the field. The top 5 spots up for grabs. White flag comes out for Jason Ryan. One more lap to go. He will pick up his second A main win of the year at Lakeside Speedway here on Carb Night at the Races. Less than a half a lap away as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Jason Ryan going to see the checkered flag. His second win in the 2010 factory stock season at Lakeside Speedway. And again, Jason Ryan is your winner from Kansas City, Missouri. The rest of the field in the top 5 rounds out like this. David Holcomb out of Kansas City, Kansas comes home second. Thomas Roberts all the way up from 16th to 3rd by the end of the race from Kidder, Missouri. In 4th place, it's going to be Cliff Hedges Jr. from Kansas City, Missouri. Then rounding out the top 5 will be the 3B of Darren Christie out of Kansas City, Kansas. And that'll do it for your Lakeside Speedway factory stock highlights from Carb Night at the Races.